Hey guys, Wal-Mart here, back again with another review, and today we'll be taking a look at the McFarlane Toys Walmart exclusive Gold Label Collection Mandarin Spawn. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty guys, as said before, today we're taking a look at the Mandarin Spawn. He is part of the McFarlane Toys Walmart exclusive, so I say, ugh, gold label collection of figures that are kind of one-offs, but this one more so than the others because unlike all the other figures from the first wave of gold label stuff, this is the only Spawn figure and comes in a Spawn-specific box, which is something we haven't seen yet from McFarlane Toys, at least not in quite some time. It's been about 10 plus years since they've done a Spawn quote-unquote series. I almost think they were doing Halo stuff around the same time as the Spawn line ended, but I could be wrong. And hopefully, if Mr. Todd McFarlane's posts on the Instagrams and whatnot are foreshadowing anything, is that Spawn is going to return to retail stores. Recently they showed off a Redeemer, a Gunslinger Spawn, and a Violator, all prototypes, but I'm looking forward to seeing those fully painted with full solicitations and whatnot. But we're not talking about all that. We're talking about this handsome fella right here. And before we kick things off with aesthetics and articulation, I'm just going to mention that I do have one stinky poo-poo problem with this figure. It's kind of major too, so that sucks. It's nothing's broken, nothing is pegged on incorrectly, like that Miles Morales I looked at last week. But it is kind of preventing me from enjoying this figure as much as I probably would. So with that being said, let's take a look-see, shall we? Let's do. This thing is frickin' gorgeous. I mean, it looks amazing. And I actually have the old Scarlet Edge version from, I want to say Dark Ages 2? I'm not sure, but I reviewed that on the old channel, which got hacked. And I believe Just Monesto 2 reviewed that over on his channel, so shout out to Just Monesto 2. Go check him out. But this thing is freaking gorgeous. This is more or less based off the early 2000s version of Mandarin Spawn, who was in more of a battle pose, whereas the other one was in more of a Manila pose. But looking at the back, not a whole lot going on there. I will say this doesn't seem to have as much paint as that other one, but they are making a red variant of this figure, and I do intend on checking that out as well. I think that's going to be at Target, Amazon, maybe GameStop, kind of like some of the Marvel Legends fan channel exclusives. Particularly the War Machine comes to mind. It's going to be like that, so it's going to be available in several different places, so it should be easier to get than this guy, although he is available on Walmart.com right now for those of you who are wondering. You can get him now. But articulation on this guy, I will say, is a little limited. The head does rotate around. Okay. You're not going to snap his neck and kill him, but why would you want to? That thing is gorgeous! I mean, just look at the freaking sculpt and detail on this thing. All the way down to his crotch towel. His knee pads are asymmetrical. This, for whatever reason, is very kind of crooked. I don't know why that is, but I'll figure that out. He's got this nice little spiked shoulder pad over here. And he's got this one over here, which has little spikes and I think a face on it. He's got some spikes on his arms. This one's got more of a gauntlet going on. Down here he's got the shin guards with I think, more faces on it. He's just covered in faces. He's like the 2007 movie Megatron that was on my top 10 figures of 2020 video. For those of you who haven't seen that, go check that out. But he's got like faces hidden everywhere. Except with Megatron, it was not intentional. This guy it is. But, back to articulation. His shoulders move out a little bit. Only one click per shoulder, really. But you do get a little bit of extra movement out of the ball joint that pegs into the torso. So you can rotate it around and you can shift it about. He's got a bicep swivel, which the shoulder pads are also connected to, so that's nice. It's nice and clean. He does have ball hinge elbows, which unfortunately do not get a ton of range. You get like less than 90 out of that, which kind of sucks, but that's not that bad. I've had worse. You can bend it back a little bit too, but it rotates at the top of the elbow and at the bottom. So if you're into that, that's cool. The wrists have the same setup. They have the ball hinges, so you can tilt them up and down, rotate them around, and whatnot. I will say you're going to want to heat the hands to get the weapons in there. They are pretty stiff, but once you use a little bit of heat, they soften right up, and you can get them in there no problem. Upper torso is on a ball joint. You can move that all around. It's a little floppy at spots, but it's nice and butter smooth. It's not that bad. The waist is pretty much fixed. You can't really do anything with that. It's super tight down there. And then the hips. This is where my problem with this figure lies. They do go out to the side quite a bit. And then back down. They are loose as hell, though. From the waist down, this figure kind of falls apart for me. Not literally, but the hips are super loose. At least on this side. This side's loose. This side is a little bit better. So we'll focus on that one. He does have a thigh cut, ironically. There's a little bit of a thigh swivel in there. Woo. And then his knees. And here's where my major problem with this figure lies. Loose as shit. And that sucks, because the way they did the Fortnite figure, the werewolf guy, Dyer, they did not have this part of the leg hinge. They just had a double knee, and then this was a fixed piece. I wish they did that for this figure. I don't know if they did it to attach the knee pad correctly, but I think they could have gotten away with doing a double knee and then having this glued to the front of that, because this joint right here on mine is ridiculously loose. Now I'm going to show you the range, and you can get decent range out of it. That's the top joint. But then this one, look at that. It's super floppy. That's terrible. I can't, like, that's bad. That's really bad. And from McFarlane Toys, that's kind of unexpected and weird. So I don't know what the hell's going on there. That's probably just Overlord's crapshoot bullshit luck, as I mentioned in the Miles Morales review, funny enough. But that makes him a nightmare to stand. And then his feet don't pivot at all, really. They just kind of rotate. So I can't really compensate for that looseness on top of it being loose. So that is a damn shame, because I was super stoked to get this guy. Watch, he's gonna... Oh, well, he stood up that time. I got lucky. That is a damn shame, because I was really looking forward to this figure, and that happened. So I'm actually currently working on trying to get a replacement from McFarlane Toys right now, so hopefully that one will be a little better. I'll give you guys a bit of an update in a future video on that. So, with that being said, aesthetics are freaking fantastic. It's just the articulation on mine anyway is just too damn loose in the legs in all the wrong places. So, with that being said, it's time to move on to the accessories. Moving on to the accessories, and the Mandarin Spawn comes with enough, I think. You get a pretty unique sculpt, well, a 100% unique sculpt, that is, with the Mandarin Spawn himself, and for the most part, it's a pretty solid paint application. So I don't mind that he doesn't come with a ton of stuff. He doesn't need a ton of stuff. So starting off, he comes with something I'm probably going to use. The McFarlane style base with a peg on it. It's got the Spawn logo. Very 90s style Spawn logo. Kind of wish I had the skull on there. Or does it? Ah, it does. So that's cool. Something different from the DC logo bases we've been getting. Then he comes with this big old sword, which has a lot of nice sculpted details on it. Again, more stuff kind of hidden in there. There's like a dragon head down here. The hilt is nice. The handle, it's a nice blue. Big old gold blade with some stuff etched into it. So that's cool. And then this, which I had to straighten out, and it's still a little curved, but it's better than it was, I assure you. But it's this crazy kind of 5-pronged spear thing. I have no idea what this is, but it's a cool looking bladed staff. How about that? Super long handle. This thing's almost as tall as he is. But really cool. Really dig that. So, with that being said, let's take a look at some size comparisons. Taking a look at some size comparisons, here's Mandarin Spawn next to a couple of figures from McFarlane Toys' DC Multiverse line. Got the Batman Who Laughs on the left, and the gold label Batman, review of that coming in the next couple of days, on the right. Up next, here he is next to a couple of Marvel Legends Venoms. From Hasbro, we got the Monster Venom, fan channel exclusive, on the left, and the infamous movie Venom on the right. And last, but especially in this case, certainly not least, got our two regulars, Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibulus on the left, and the Mortal Kombat 11 Spawn on the right, and of course the Mandarin Spawn dwarfs him by quite a bit. However, don't say goodbye to this Spawn yet. He's going to stick around for size comparisons. Business as usual, you know. But with all that being said, time to wrap things up. Some final thoughts. Overall, and as much as I would really like to enjoy this figure, the thing with the loose legs, and I'm not sure if I mentioned this earlier, but the one knee pad on his left leg there kind of pops off really easily and feels a lot looser than the one on his right leg, are just keeping me from enjoying this figure as much as I think I would have. But hopefully I will get a replacement, and when I do, I will let you guys know, give you a little update on that. But if you do get one that is not riddled with loose legs and whatnot, this thing is freaking badass. This is one of the top figures of the year for me so far. I want it to be in the worst way, believe me. If I can't get a replacement, then maybe the red one will be a little bit better. And one of the things I might actually try with this one is the old floor polish trick on those hinges. Maybe that'll tighten things up a bit. I don't know. I'm a newbie when it comes to that kind of stuff. So, with that being said, if you're going to buy this guy and keep him on package, I highly recommend you do so. If not, buyers beware, the legs are loose. And I'm not the only one who's had that problem. Toy Bro, shout out to Toy Bro, also had loose legs on his. Not sure if they were as loose as mine, but still, it's a problem. It's a weird problem to have with ratchet joints. The only other reviews I watched of this figure are from a good buddy T-Biz. Shout out to T-Biz, because he gets a shout out in almost every video, because why the hell not? And the Fwoosh. I don't believe they had loose legs on theirs. But with that being said, this is an amazing looking figure. It's really awesome to see Spawn coming back. I just wish that my experience with this figure in particular was a lot better than it is. So hopefully that will be reconciled. We shall see. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and the notification bell so you know whenever I upload more reviews like this one. we're going to be taking a look at the gold label Batman in the next couple of days. And don't worry, I had way less problems with that one. Other than the fact that my stores don't carry the shit. Just saying. Never saw these in the stores up here. I don't know what the problem is. Probably Walmart just being Walmart cause Walmart. So I say, ugh. And remember, don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of this figure. If you had the same problems as I did, or if you were like Buddy T-Biz or the Fooch and had no problems with your figure, I would like to know how widespread this loose leg thing is. I think it's probably hit or miss. It's kind of like the loose ab crunches on a G.I. Joe Classified Series figure. Sometimes they're loose, sometimes they're tight as balls, so let me know. And remember, as always, keep the comments civil, because the world sucks enough as it is, especially when you're looking forward to something and it disappoints you as much as this figure has with me. I gotta stop being salty about that. But with that being said, until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Couldn't have been that damn Kamala Khan from the Game Reverse Abomination wave that had the loose legs, could it?